Jamie from Play to Learn Preschool. Thank you for joining me. Happy Friday. I am here today to share with you one of our very favorite finger plays. So I love to use finger plays just like I like to use chip clips during transition times with our preschoolers. In the middle of our center time morning, we take a little snack break, and it takes about 10 minutes for us to get everybody to go to the bathroom and wash their hands. And so during, I call that like our middle circle time, it's about 10 minutes where we do finger plays or we dance. I don't know, we just kind of do some movement and fun little things like that, just kind of like little transition activities. And from the very beginning, from the very first day of preschool, this has always been one of our very favorite finger plays. I love it because in addition to just being really fun and the kids adore it and ask for it every day, it really helps them practice a couple of really good skills. So I'm going to do one verse of the finger play for you and then tell you about some of the skills, and then I'm going to show you some other options to kind of spice it up. So I'm sure, I hope maybe you're familiar with this one, and you're gonna be like, we've all heard this a million times. But one of my very favorite finger plays is the two little blackbirds. And you don't need any supplies to do it. And the kids just use their hands to make little bird beaks. And the basic verse, the original easy verse, is two little blackbirds sitting on a hill. One named Jack, one named Jill. Fly away, Jack. Fly away, Jill. Come back, Jack. Come back, Jill. Easy, right? And the kids get really good practice with that scissors motion. So they're opening and shutting their hands just like they need to do when they start to use the scissors. So this is a great one even for toddlers to kind of get their hands used to that motion of making the bird beak. But if you flip your hand over, it's that very same scissors motion that I know a lot of kids struggle with. At least a lot of our students are still struggling. So easy enough, right? But after you do that same Jack and Jill 100 times, it gets just to be a little bit tired. So we like to do a few things to spice it up. Here are two other verses. My kids make up verses too, and I make up verses, and then I'm going to share with you where I get a bunch of other verses. So here's two more of my favorites. Two little blackbirds sitting on a cloud. One named quiet, one named loud. And the kids love to scream that part, of course. Fly away, quiet. Fly away, loud. Come back, quiet. Come back, loud. They all scream it. Here's another one. Two little blackbirds sitting in a tree. One named 4, one named 3. Fly away, 4. Fly away, 3. Come back, 4. Come back, 3. Easy, right? Of course, my very favorite puppet maker, Judy, from Art Felt, has some adorable little blackbird puppets. So sometimes, like I said, though, this is really good. A lot of times we do it with nothing. But sometimes I'll pull out the little puppets. How adorable are they? Adorable. And we have a bazillion other verses that goes with it. So I'm going to share 3 more like this and then show you one other thing. So this is one of my students' favorite ones, especially in the winter. Two little blackbirds sitting in the snow. One named fast, one named slow. Fly away fast, fly away slow. Come back fast, come back slow. Easy. So in addition to this practice, they're getting their oral language, especially when you get the puppets out. They love to join in. They're practicing rhyming because the name rhymes with the place, and opposites. The two birds always do opposite things. So here's another one that my kids think is hysterical, and I like to pull this one out during flu season so that they can practice sneezing into their elbows. It goes like this. Two little blackbirds sitting on a stick. One named Healthy, one named Sick. Achoo! Fly away, Healthy. Fly away, Sick. Achoo! Come back, Healthy. Come back, Sick. Achoo! And I always make them practice sneezing into their elbows. And then when they get sick or they have a cold, then I'll be like, oh, sneeze like a blackbird. And they're like, oh, that's right. Achoo! You just have to do things to keep yourself sane, right? So I actually have I've got a Blackbird problem, but I have a whole bag of these adorable Blackbird puppets from Judy. We picked some up at the NACY convention, and then we've ordered some more from her. And the last time I ordered them, she sent me a little surprise. So I wanted to share these with you. So Art Felt is starting a new product line that instead of these felt finger puppets like this, they're making these adorable stick puppets that are a little bit easier for little hands, and they're real thin, see that? And it's a stiff felt. How cute are they? And she, Judy, wrote me this sweet email about how she's found that when she's telling stories, if the kids are holding a character or holding some kind of a prop from the story, that they're more engaged and they're comprehending more. So she sent us a little class set of these stick puppets, and we've been practicing with them. The kids adore them. Judy, we love our little stick puppets. But I'm going to show you 3 more verses that we do with this. So here go the sticks. 2 little blackbirds flying into town. 1 flies up, 1 flies down. Fly away up, fly away down. Come back up, come back down. And then I love this one. The kids actually, this is the one that they beg for. They always say, teach them how to fly, teach them how to fly. Okay, because they think this is hysterical. So if you ever need to do something in your class to kind of lighten the mood, to make everybody laugh, you know, if people are fussy, or does that ever happen to anybody but me? You know, if the kids are getting fussy, this is our go-to. So it goes like this. 2 little blackbirds learning how to fly. 1 starts to laugh, ha 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 ha. 1 starts to cry. Fly away, laugh. Fly away, cry. Come back, laugh. Come back, cry. And they, I don't know, especially the 3-year-olds, they're like, do the one where you cry. Okay. And finally, the last one. I usually do like 3 or 4 verses with the kids. I don't do all 5,000 verses with them. You know, I let them pick out a few. But this is a really good one to do last. So it goes like this. 2 little blackbirds don't say a peep. 1 is awake, 1 is asleep. Fly away, awake. Fly away, asleep. Come back awake. Come back asleep. And I leave them asleep. And then the kids put their little puppets back in the bag. It's such a fun way. And again, you don't need the puppets. Or 1 is awake. Hi. 1 is asleep. You know, you don't have to have the puppets. You can do it with your hands. And in fact, a lot of times, I think the hand is better for their skills, you know, because they need that scissors practice. So we just rotate it through, sometimes with the puppet, sometimes with the stick, sometimes just with our hands. And it's great scissors practice, it's great rhyming, it's great for opposites, it's great for their oral language. We have a bunch of kids who still are crying, you know, when they want something and are not as verbal as we would like, you know, at even age 3. And so this is a great way for them to join in and, you know, practice talking, which is such an important skill, and listening and following, you know, whatever the direction is. So you could definitely do with cute black socks. You could cut little cardboard, you know, blackbirds, you know, like little crows, and just have them hold them, you know, tape them to a popsicle stick. I hope that every time we share an idea with you, oh, I like that one. I hope every time we share an idea with you that, you know, you can take the supplies that you have, the time that you have, the students, the environment that you have, and make the idea work for you. So if it's cutting out little blackbirds of cardboard and putting them on a popsicle stick, if it's just using your hands, hopefully you can take the idea and run with it and make it work for your own class. I do want to tell you I left a link in the video description, but of course Judy has this amazing free download, and it's on her website with the 2 little blackbird puppets. So I left a link up in the video description. Open that up, and then there's a spot right under the picture of the 2 little blackbirds that says, click here for your free teaching guide. And you're going to want to print this out because it has different ideas to use with the blackbirds. And then on the back, I know it's backwards, there are like 30, I didn't count them, like 25 or 30 different adorable verses. So So if that's not really your thing, coming up with opposites that rhyme, then you can just use some of Judy's. Her Healthy and Sick I got from her, and the Laugh and Cry was definitely one that I got from Judy. A couple of the others I was like, hey, Judy and I have been thinking alike for a few years, but a couple of those are definitely her great ideas. So print this off, and like I said, you don't even need any supplies. You can just do your hands. Your kids are getting that practice with their motor skills, and their rhyming, and their language, and their opposites. It's a win-win. So I'm not going to write the letters of the songs. You're going to print them. Look. So somebody said, can I write all the words of the songs? No. Go to the link in the video description, and the main poem is here, and then all the additional verses are here. You can just print it for yourself. I don't have to type it up for you. So yes, just go to that link and print out the free teaching guide. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's a long weekend for us. Gemma's going to come on Monday, and we're going to set up our centers for next week. You're welcome. And we will give you a little tour. We've been off because of snow and because I've been traveling, and it's just been a little bit crazy, but we're going to be back on track next week, and we can't wait to share it with you. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.